Hi friends! Today we're going to be going to the flea market together to hunt for vintage treasures. And at the end of this video, I am going to also do a little personal life update thing and then also give a big update about Blossom, the stray cat that I have been caring for. Before that though, I'm going to show you the flea market and then show you Callie's haul and then show you my haul as well. I found some pretty great stuff. So without further ado, let's head out to the flea market. Yay, I found some awesome stuff. So let's talk about what I found. Okay, so first up, I got something that I'm very, very excited about. This is something that I am in the process of collecting. They are these daisy glasses. So I have some already, and they are my Oma and Opas. And I only have, I think, 3 glasses from them. And I really want like a full set because they are my favorite. They are so beautiful. Daisies are my favorite flower. I love the colors, and the flowers are raised. Like they seem like they're like hand painted on here. It's absolutely beautiful. And so whenever I see these glasses, which is not very often, but whenever I do see them, I have to buy them. I got those glasses from my Oma and Opa, I think 15 years ago. And since then, I might have found 3 over the past 15 years. So I don't see them very often. And then I found 4 of them at the flea market. There's 2 different sizes, and I got them from Nostalgia Vintage, which I love her booth in Grand Rapids. I've been to it before. It used to be at Warehouse 1 Antiques, which I toured before. And yeah, she's got the cutest stuff. So the prices were, they were $5 each for these 2, and then these were $7 each. And so I asked her if she would do 20 for the pair and or for the 4 of them, and she said yes. So I got 4 of them for $20, and I collect like all the different sizes anyway. So I'm really pumped about this. As always, these vintage items will all have links below in the description. So then you can know like what are the keywords for all these items and where can you find them if you want to make a purchase. And then also you can see what they sell for. If you follow that link to eBay, then if you make a purchase, eBay will pay me a small percentage of that sale. You won't have to pay anything, but just so you know, all those links are in the description. She also had a $5 trunk of clothing that everything was $5. And I got this, I believe it's a men's tank top. And it says that it's a large, and then it says like 42, 44, which makes me think that it's men's. But I am totally going to wear this. This is very groovy. I think that I will wear it and then like wear it maybe with a navy skirt and maybe some tights in the fall. I think that would look really nice. And it was only $5. Then I got this vintage tin, shocker, because the last time I was at Allegan, I bought this exact same tin right here, except it is this pattern. Or did I buy that at the other flea market? I don't remember. Either way, I love this pattern if you can't tell. And I love that it comes in different types of tins. And what makes this tin extra special is on the bottom, it says they're assorted candies from Walt Disney World. So whoever bought this tin, they bought it at Disney, which I love vintage Disney stuff. So that was cool. It was $6, and then I asked if they'd take $5, and they said yes. So it was $5. Then I got these ball jars, which are not like super rare or anything, but I always love these tops, and I don't own any of these. So I'm glad that I got them, and I'm not sure, I might either display them like really low so that you can see the tops, or I'll just display them on their side. And I got them, they were 2 for $6. Then this might be tied for my favorite thing that I bought, or I'm not sure, but this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. So I got 2 color by number books. And the reason why this is so special is because they're paint by numbers. And if you are a vintage collector, you know that vintage paint by numbers, like the ones that are finished, are very expensive. Like, I don't know why they're so expensive, but they're just really highly collectible. It's something that a lot of people like to look for at antique stores. So whenever I see them, they're like a minimum $30. And I really do not want to spend that much on one. And these are ready to go. They're all blank. And then you can paint your own. So I'm thinking that I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to have to get my own paints to make them, but I don't think that'll be that challenging. If you have any recommendations for what type of paint I should use, I know they always make like the ones that have the little dots of paint. They're like a little plastic thing. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to get. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, I would love to know what I should use. Anything that makes it look vintage, my plan is to paint it and then I will frame them. There's tons of different designs in here. And so I think Callie and I are actually going to share them because they have some tropical prints in here, which I am not a tropical person, but Callie is decorating very tiki themed at her house. So then she can paint those for herself. And what also made these exciting is on here, they were $12 a piece. And I was planning on buying both of them and asking if she would take 20 for both. And then she walked up to me and she said that they're $1 a piece. So they were on $1 table. So I paid only $2 for both of them. And there's tons of prints in here. So I'm going to have a lot of fun working on these. This is like the other item that I'm freaking out about. And then I got a lot from another person that I'm very excited about. But this might be my favorite item. I think it is this Hallmark honeycomb owl. I want this so bad. I saw a vintage Hallmark advertisement for this once. So this is like, it would have been in a magazine and then you would have been able to order it. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I would love to have one of those owls. I never thought I'd be able to actually find one, and let alone in its original package. So I can like display this, and then I can also, of course, use the actual owl that's inside. And it was $10, and I asked if they would take any less, and they said 8. So I paid only $8 for this. Then I got a lot from another booth, and Callie and I went to this booth together and we both bought stuff and got a really good deal. So first, this is the booth that had all the kids' toys. Tons and tons and tons of groovy, cool kids' toys, mostly for girls. And I love vintage toys. And so I got this Raggedy Ann and Andy camper. If you watched my video, the most recent one that I did, I went to a vintage car show and I talked about how much I love Volkswagen buses and that I probably won't ever get to own one. This is probably the closest I will ever get to owning a vintage van. And so that's why I bought it, because it just makes me so happy. And I don't know anything about cars. I don't know if I'm ever going to be in a position where I want to actually own a vintage car, but I can like buy little things like this and really appreciate it. I love the color, and of course I love all the flowers that are on the decals. So I paid, this is $10. That's what it was marked. And well, I'll tell you what I paid for the whole lot at the end. Then, of course, I had to buy the Partridge Family board game. I love the Partridge Family, and I think that this board game is very cute. I haven't even looked inside it, to be honest. I bought it for the box. Oh, look how cute. It's so colorful. And board games are so fun because you can decorate with the box, and then you can also decorate with the board game itself. This was also $10. And then Callie, I was the one that found the Jaws board game. I guess it's there's like a shark inside, and it was incomplete. And so that was $10 as well. And I knew that that would look really cool in her house because she's doing a tiki theme. And I think that that totally fits in. And Jaws came out in the 70s, so I thought that would be perfect. She also got those pickup sticks games that are black and orange that are perfect for Halloween. And I was jealous when she thought of that. I thought that would look so good for Halloween. So I'm glad that she got it. I also got this incredible item. So this is actually bubble bath. Isn't it so cute that the tail is its handle? It says Fantastic Cat Bubble Bath. And yeah, it is full of bubble bath still. But what a beautiful bottle. I absolutely love the cat, of course. And this was only $3, but I got it for cheaper with my big deal. And then the last item that was in that lot is this Marsha Brady paper doll set. And it's just the paper dolls. It's not the box or anything. So I plan on making a tiny little craft with this. I think I'm going to display the Marsha doll and then her little outfits, and I'm going to display them on like some groovy vintage wrapping paper as a little collage, and then I'll frame that as artwork. And it was only $2. So what I ended up paying for was for my items and then also Callie's Jaws game and her pickup sticks. So we had multiple items that added up to, I think it was $42 or $43. And when she said $42, I was like, oh, can you cut me a deal? I was hoping that she would give me $40 or $35 if I was really lucky. And she said, sure, I can cut you a deal. And she did $30. So she took off 12 bucks, which is a huge amount. And that's why I always ask, would you take any less? And I try to get them to offer a number first, because sometimes you'll get a very good deal. So overall, on everything that I bought, I spent $76 on what I spent. So I thought it was a great haul, very colorful, very fun. And I also got a Halloween item, which was really sweet. What was your favorite item? Or if you saw something at the actual flea market that you would have bought, let me know in the comments. Now it's time to have a little chat about this channel and personal life, and then I'm going to give you the cat update. It has been, I think, 3 weeks since I posted my last video, and I got quite a few concerned comments, emails, messages, making sure that I'm okay. And so I appreciate the concern. I am okay, and if I ever take a break again, you don't have to panic or anything. I am just busy. I have a new full-time job, and that always comes first. And I also had my really big vintage yard sale that happened last weekend, and that was a huge thing that I had to do. I mean, if you've ever done a yard sale, you know how stressful they can be. And I was planning on filming and making a video about it, and it was just so crazy bananas that I was not able to film a thing. I just had to be, you know, all hands on deck, had to work, and I'm glad I did it, and it really worked out. And if I got to meet you at the yard sale, hi again, and thank you so much for coming to my sale. Besides the yard sale, I also had a lot of stress regards to my personal life, some things that are going on with me, and then I also got really sick all at the same time. And I'm better now. I got medicine, I'm fine, and it wasn't contagious or anything, but I'm better now. And I'm doing better mentally. But yeah, I was definitely in rock bottom for a little while. And especially because, you know, feeling unwell physically really does not help when you're also very sad. So, but I'm doing much better. You don't have to worry. But yeah, while I was in the middle of like being at rock bottom, I got this quite rude comment saying that, like, because I haven't posted on my YouTube video or my Instagram in a while, which I had posted on my Instagram at that point, it was less than a week. I always try to post at least once a week. They said that my account was obsolete and that they were going to unfollow me, which if at any point anyone wants to unfollow me, like, that's your business and you can do whatever you want. But I wasn't posting content like to make anybody upset. There is no one more aware of the fact that I'm not making content more than me. I mean, while I was sick, I also felt guilt for not filming content. And I've worked really hard to not feel that way anymore, to just like have good boundaries and make sure that I'm not upset if I'm not fulfilling that obligation, especially because I've talked about how I have a new job and I have a lot going on, and so I might not be able to consistently post videos. To get that comment when I was in such a low spot, it just really, really hurt me. And I just want to say how grateful I am for the vast majority of you who have all said to me that you're just grateful that I make videos, and you're very compassionate, and you've said that I can just post videos whenever I'm able to, and you're happy to watch those. And so for the majority of you who feel that way, thank you so much for being kind and understanding. I am going to hopefully jump back on the bandwagon and post like a minimum once every 2 weeks, but I'll see what I'm capable of doing. Now, there is one other thing that happened to me that prevented me from making a video. There was just a huge stress bubble, too much going on in a 3-week period. And one of those things that was a big deal is an update about Blossom the cat. And I had been at a point, if you've been watching my videos, at the end of each video, I like show an update on her. I had gotten to the point where we were like within like 4 feet of each other, me between a sliding glass door. And I was kind of at the point where I didn't know how to get Blossom, who is a semi-feral cat, to actually like come in my house. And she would eat the food I gave her, but that was about it. And I was at a crossroads and I didn't really know where to go anymore. And then I had gotten in contact with my neighbor who also knows Blossom. And apparently Blossom has been a stray cat in our neighborhood. It's not really a neighborhood, but in like the few houses that are here, she's been a stray cat for the past 3 years. So she's survived 3 winters here, apparently. And that was good to know. And then I also heard from my neighbor that they got a picture of her with kittens. And when I met Blossom for the very first time, it was in the spring, and she was quite fat, and I thought she was pregnant. I just didn't want to share in case I was wrong. And she all of a sudden was really skinny, and I didn't know if she lost the kittens, and so I didn't really want to talk about that. It made me sad. But then all of a sudden I got a picture of Blossom and her kittens. Weeks, months later, she's just been keeping them in hiding. So then all of a sudden, my neighbors caught Blossom in a trap and her kittens. And they asked if I had a spot for her, which I did. So I let Blossom and her 3 kittens live in my laundry room. So as we're speaking, they are in the laundry room together and I get to visit them. Now, Blossom does not like humans very much, and I understand why she feels that way. And yeah, she is semi-feral, and so I get it, and I'm trying to give her as much space as I can and make sure that I give her what she needs to be a good mama to her babies. My neighbors trap them because we want to make sure that Blossom and the kittens are well, and that also Blossom can get fixed. And once the kittens are old enough, then they can get fixed. And also, before we go any further, I just want to say that like a big reason why I haven't been filming is because I've been doing tons and tons of research on what to do for these cats and for these kittens to make sure I'm doing things right. And so you are welcome to give me advice, but I don't, at this point, I really don't think I need it. Everyone is doing well. When they first got brought in, I mean, they caught them and they brought them here, and it was a huge frenzy. And they immediately climbed underneath my dryer. And I didn't know, thankfully the dryer doesn't work, but they crawled underneath there. And I mean, it is the tiniest gap in the world. I did not know anything could crawl under there, and they did. So just so you know, your cat is capable of doing that. And so they crawled underneath into all the mechanisms, and that's where they hung out for multiple days until eventually they came out and we were able to block it off. I'm also not the only one caring for it. My friend, who is the owner of the house, his girlfriend, we're working together to make sure that the cats are happy and healthy. And so the cats are now out of underneath the dryer and they're roaming the laundry room, and the kittens are getting friendlier and friendlier. I've bought them lots of catnip toys and toys for them to play with, and they just love it, and I get to play with them often. Blossom, I'm not so sure what's going to happen with her. She just does not like humans very much. She stays far away from me and she hisses at me, and I don't blame her at all. And she is warming up to me though a bit. Like sometimes I can go in there and she doesn't hiss at me, which is a very exciting moment. There's 2 Siamese kittens and then 1 black cat. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know that's probably going to be the number one question, is if I'm going to keep any of these cats. And there are people that want to adopt the kittens. I know one of the neighbors wants one of the kittens. So one of the Siamese kittens already has a home. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet personally. Right now, I'm just taking it one step at a time and taking care of the cats and just seeing what happens. I love black cats, and I also love the Siamese kitten. One of them has little feet that look like socks, and it's just the cutest thing in the world. But without further ado, I will show you the kittens and show you what it's been like. That's nice.
Because we're saving cats.
Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've been able to hang out in here with a kitten. Hi! It sat down. Who's a good kitty? Oh, there's 2. Nobody panic. Oh my. This is the greatest day of my life. Siamese baby with little socks. Hi, it's nice to meet you. I love you. Oh my God, you're so cute. Hi, can we be friends? Are you a little panther? Come back. Are you a little panther? Oh my God. Oh my God, they're both here. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. This is the most I've ever seen them before. 1, 2, 3. Oh.